Jodan Sancho to the side of Juventus. Right now, it looks off, but it is not all that hitting a dead end for the side of Manchester United, because the plan to move him on is still on the cards, as Manchester United are really having another suitor that is really pushing to sign Jodan Sancho and is working tooth and nail to see it that Jodan Sancho is moved on to go to the next level. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rock and David is my name, and hope you guys are really having fun. It's the deadline day and we're waiting to see to it that it's the day of the man himself known as Manuel Ugarte to be announced, and we hope he's registered on time to obviously be ready to play against a side known as Liverpool, because we all believe that with Mason Mount injured, with Scott McTominay leaving, will be left with a weak team into the midfield. So Juma Karim to the Muslims, and for the Christians, we thank God for the gift of life, and let's continue to see how things are really going to be panning out throughout the deadline day. And if at all anything big happens, I'll be here to obviously broadcast it live and obviously talk to you in a nick of time. So guys, smash the like button, comment and share, and let's see close to 300 likes much on this video, and continue to subscribe, because we want to hit the magic number of 20,000 subscribers onto this channel. And guys, we know we can obviously hit that number in a nick of time. Now, we are having a story coming in from Di Marzio. Reported last night that Juventus have withdrawn from the race for Jodan Sancho. That's what went ahead to get in through from the man himself known as Di Marzio. And Di Marzio is really a credible source coming in through from the side of Italy. And if you hear that he has said it's off, then you have to pay a little bit of attention to it that all goes on as to planned. Now, Jodan Sancho deal looks like it's off for him to obviously join the side of Juventus, and it was later also confirmed that negotiations between Juventus and Manchester United on Jodan Sancho are currently in total standby. They consider request made by United too high and won't proceed at current conditions. It could only change with more lace in the final 24 hours, all price to drop. Now, United are really calling in for some good amount of money, and even if Juventus came in through to obviously say that, or to propose that they are willing to pay a loan fee and obviously what we call an obligation to buy, Manchester United are like, there is a certain amount of money that we want. However, Manchester United is in agreement with a loan with an obligation to buy, but the dynamics of payments are really trying to threaten this deal. And I was speaking right now, the deal is totally off, and we don't know how it's obviously going to be sparked off. But sometimes I believe teams like Juventus will obviously get to know that United need to move on this player, and they're really desperate to really let the player go. And what we are going to do is simple. We're obviously going to come up with a situation that everyone is really going to be talking about. And Man United are vulnerable. They want to move on Jodan Sancho. They can't really want to keep him around, yet he earns a lot of money and he's not really playing. So United will have to obviously dance to our tunes, and Manchester United is like, no, we'll keep Jodan Sancho, and we know he can obviously come off the bench and really feature into certain games of Manchester United. So United is also not acting desperate, and you know, when you act desperate, you'll obviously find yourself missing out onto the amount of money that you would have gone ahead to get. You saw how PSG really did with Manuel Ugarte. They are like, however much is not part of our plans, we're not letting him go if at all you don't get us 50 million euros plus 10 millions of add-ons. And if at all Chelsea need Jodan Sancho, I tell you, they'll dance to the tunes of Manchester United. If you remember what they did on Moise Caicedo, you know, they pulled out of the deal of Moise Caicedo for like 2 months, and towards the deadline day, when Liverpool came in through and made a bid of 115 million pounds to the side of Brighton, Chelsea came in through, hijacked the deal and made it 160 million pounds and signed the guy, meaning that as it stands right now, if Chelsea need Jodan Sancho badly, they will have to come and obviously make that bid. That is it. And to show you that they're really serious into this, and United shouldn't obviously be worried about a deal of a deal of Jodan Sancho leaving the side of going to Juventus. Manchester United shouldn't be worried for the deal of Jodan Sancho off with Juventus. Chelsea have gone ahead to obviously kickstart in and really put in the required deals into the mix. And this is what And this is what Fabrice Hawkins had to say. Chelsea are pushing to sell Raheem Sterling to Arsenal in order to facilitate their move for Jadon Sancho. Now, if you hear such a deal, then that means there is nothing like a loan with an option to buy from Manchester United, because they know that he might come in through and really perform better. That is Jadon Sancho, and other teams might obviously come in through and offer better money. Chelsea want to sign Jadon Sancho on a permanent. That is it. They want to sign Jadon Sancho on a permanent deal. And I tell you what, a lot is really going to be happening, and nothing is really going to be stopping this to happen and obviously take us to where we want to be. So they are pushing to sell the deal. They are pushing to sell this guy to the side of... They are pushing to sell Raheem Sterling to obviously pave way for the side of Jadon Sancho. And I believe it's not dependent onto that. As I understand, it's not dependent onto that. It's so much dependent on different things altogether. It depends on how Enzo Maresca and the board of Chelsea have gone ahead, obviously come up and show their urge to get in the play. If at all he's a must bring in, obviously they'll have to make sure they sign him, because Chelsea will obviously have to figure out on very many things. They've gone ahead to bring in they've gone ahead to bring in a lot of money. And in the due course of that money coming in through, a lot is going to obviously come their way, and things are really moving into the right way possible. That is the deal of Jadon Sancho to Chelsea being activated. And there is no worry for the side of Manchester United. However much Juventus have gone ahead to pull out, Chelsea are really working on to get this deal done and dusted. And Fabrizio Romano has come out today morning, and this is what he had to say about the deal of Jadon Sancho to Chelsea. He said, Chelsea still in talks with Manchester United over a potential swap with Jadon Sancho. Juventus could improve their offer for Jadon Sancho if they sell players in the next 24 hours. Chelsea spoke to the agent of Jadon Sancho today. So it shows you that even this side is not yet off as expected. It's just a standoff. It's not a standby or a standoff, and it's just a pause of a deal to join the side of Juventus. And you never know, Juventus might come in through and really offer some good money, because Chelsea are also working hard to obviously getting some good money. And if you're Manchester United, you'll be seated into your couch very comfortably waiting in for the biggest bid that will take it all, because the Jadon Sancho bidding war looks like it's going to be coming in today, as Chelsea have gone to talk to the agents of Jadon Sancho, and Juventus have also gone ahead obviously convince Sancho. So Sancho is okay with any move. He can move to Juventus, he can move to Chelsea, provided they meet the requests of Manchester United, obviously guarantee movement of Jadon Sancho from Manchester United. So for him, he's okay with one of the teams, and United is like, all right, you will get him the monies that I want, because if you don't get me that money, then you won't really see me get to any further step into the mix. So that is Jadon Sancho for you. And Chelsea have gone ahead to obviously do the needful and really spoken to his agent. And Sancho is one of those hot deals that we haven't gone ahead to get to know where this man is really going to be playing next season. But the options are three: staying at Manchester United, going to Chelsea, or going to the side of Juventus. Those are the options that you're really having right now for Jadon Sancho. And we anticipate that a lot is really going to be going his way as a player. Now, after that, Amrabat to Manchester United has been looked at as one of those deals that would happen on the deadline day, like it did last summer. This time around, it's not possible. The coming in of Manuel Ugarte has obviously sealed off the deal of Sofyan Amrabat coming through to Manchester United. And obviously, yesterday we got a confirmation coming in through from it's called Turkey, from Sabchonglu, that Fenerbahçe reached an agreement with Fiorentina for the transfer of Sofyan Amrabat. And guess what? Fabrizio Romano came up and confirmed to us that Sofyan Amrabat to Fenerbahçe. Here we go. Deal in place between the two clubs. Fiorentina to receive €2 million loan fee plus €13 million obligation to buy and €3 million of add-ons. 4-year contract for Amrabat, travel and private booked. So Amrabat is now going to be playing for Fenerbahçe. Manchester United cannot obviously chase in for the signing of this player. And the big question is, are we having enough midfielders obviously take us through the season? Because Manuel Ugarte addition is really good. But remember, even before Manuel Ugarte left, we were in need of a CDM. And Scott McTominay leaving, that leaves a void for the club of Manchester United. You understand? And you never know. We're going to hit to be pointed. We're going to hit obviously be linked to Rabiot, and Manchester United can sign Rabiot anytime because Rabiot is a free agent. So even after the summer transfer window, Rabiot can be signed and brought in as a player of Manchester United. Now, with Mason Mount injured, right, and us going to the international break after the game we're going to be playing this weekend against Liverpool, whose preview is coming up in the next 2-3 hours from now, I tell you, Manchester United is really lightweight in that midfield. I tell you, we needed another player, and I won't really be shocked if at all we go in for a player called Rabiot. So guys, tell me your thoughts about Jodan Sancho to Manchester United. Sorry, Jodan Sancho to Juve off for now. Chelsea are coming in through, and Fabrizio Romano has told us this morning that a deal is possible. Juventus can really turn heel and obviously bounce back into this deal. Don't you think we are going to be anticipating a bidding war that Manchester United is really looking at, you know? So, Amrabat is off. Do you think United should obviously get another midfielder that obviously coming through after Manuel Ugarte? All that and more into the comment section below. Rokan David is my name, and hope you guys are really having fun wherever you are. This is the channel that brings you your latest news and information as far as everything is really concerned. So we sign out for now. See you later. And the Muslims, Juma Kareem. To the Christians, we thank you. We thank God for the gift of life. Rokan David is my name. First video of the day. I'm back fully charged to really make things happen here. Ciao ciao.